in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy, howdy everybody. Welcome once again to HT's EDC. Thank you for choosing us today for some of your YouTube viewing. It is Friday. We have made it. Hope everybody is the working class out there. You guys are winding up a long work week and you have an exciting weekend planned. We don't have too much on tap right now. Can't say. It's kind of calm around the old HT homestead, but I'm sure we'll get into something. But anyway, we're gonna do a quick what you totin'. We are back on Fixed Blade Friday, one I have not done in a while, but we are today, and we'll get into that a little more here in just a little bit. Quick what you totin'. You guys already know, left pocket as always, back pocket as always. And today for my tote, we are rocking the gator print leather here, leather work from, and I'm going to say your name, brother, because I have seen these, some other content creators with these, and they say your name. Brother Billy McKay down in Florida, a friend of the channel here. He blessed me with these. Goodness gracious, look at this. Beautiful gator leather, gator print leather here, and slips. And what I am rocking today, this is still a little stiff, so I'm breaking it in today. But today, in the right front pocket, we're going with a little good old Camillus cigar jack here, or as we call on this channel, the Moose Rat. And this is, get this thing open for you. This one is a beauty, folks. Check her out. Yep, this is the Camillus cartridge series, CCC Camillus Classic cartridge, and that is the old primer there of a 3030 rifle case, rifle casing shell, and you've seen this one before. It has the whole diagram of the 3030 shell here on the spear point blade. Well, per se, spear point spay blade, but you know what we think about this blade is kind of like a spay blade and a spear point had a baby. Just love this blade shape. But anyway, beautiful jig bone on this one. Yep, big old cigar framed Moose Rat. That is what we are rocking today in one of Brother Billy's slips here. And check out this fit, folks. Look at that. Just inside, completely covered. Love it. So, let's talk fixed blades today. Fixed Blade Friday. And I have some of my favorite EDC. We're going small today. Some of my pocket dropper fixed blades.
Can I interrupt you?
Well, we have been interrupted, but
hi guys,
by this beautiful thing. This was unexpected. I promise you this was unexpected, so I don't know what she's got to say, but the camera is yours.
Well, I was going to show what I had in my pocket.
She wants to show what she has in her pocket.
So I'm carrying this today. This is my Richter sleeve. What are you looking at me like a crazy?
I'm just all in on it.
Oh, and it's blue.
Well, show them what it's got on it. Get in here.
Well, I'm an Echo Tech. don't know if you can see hearts.
What's the echo
engraved
tech?
in it. I scan hearts for a living. And I've got a cross down here. And this was made by Richter. It's got his logo and a flag on it. And then I was gifted this wonderful doctor's knife. And that is what I'm carrying in it today. I'm fixing to leave for work, so I just thought I'd interrupt. And I do have
And there's more.
my cross in my pocket, so I can rub on it when I want to hurt somebody. No, I'm just kidding. And other than that, I just have my ink pen and my phone. That's it.
Is that it? Do I get a kiss on camera here?
Oh, why not? I love you pieces. But I just wanted to say hi, and that's what I'm carrying today.
And ho. I think we're trying to talk little mama here into a round 2. Pressure Works. If you guys want to see that, a round 2 of her collection. We've done one of her knife collection. Little mama here has quite a collection herself, and if you guys want to see that round 2, hit them in the comments. Peer Pressure Works.
Thanks.
You never know what you're going to get on HT's EDC, and I promise you that was totally unscripted. So, where was I? Fixed blades. Yeah. Let me get a calm down here, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. Fixed blades. I'm going to show you today 3 of my favorite pocket dropper fixed blades for Fixed Blades Friday. We hadn't done this in a while. I do still have a affinity for a fixed blade, and to be honest with you, I've got just a little bit of an itch going. I dropped one in the pocket the other day, and I think, you know, I don't know if we're going to do it once a week. I don't know how strong this itch is going to grow. Don't freak out. HT's not fixing to flop and be Mr. Fixed Blade and forget that's not coming. I am firmly still in the traditionals, but every once in a while you get that little bit of itch and you just want to drop something different in your pocket. Every once in a while I want to go get my 940 Osborne from, a modern. Rarely now, but you get it. You just get that little itch. When I get that little itch, back you guys up a little bit, I'm going to show you 3 that I scratch that itch with. First 2 we'll do, I got 2 brands represented here in 3 knives, so we'll do Bradford USA first. Comes in this nice, just listen to this retention. If my bead don't rattle around, I mean, this is just awesome. Has a nice push-off ramp here. Listen to this audio on the lockup. Awesome. Awesome Kydex sheath. I have put a little ulti clip on here. Most of you guys have seen these before. You can take these and clip them. Drop this down in the hem of your pocket. Kind of like I wear that magnetic slip. Or I did wear my magnetic slip that I don't have anymore. But anyway, drop this down in the hem of your pants and clip it down, and it stays right in place. And you just reach down there and all you got is handle. So anyway, you didn't come to see the Kydex sheath, but it is a good one. Add a ulti clip, it's money. The knife, shabam. Check out this one, folks. We have a nice red and black, they call it, this is Rich Light. Red and black Rich Light handles. And coming down here to this super pointy Warncliffe. This is a Warncliffe blade. Has this awesome, I am in love with this finish. They call this Nimbus finish. It's kind of like a black wash, black oxide. There's a million names for it, but they call it Nimbus. And I think it's just gorgeous. Check out that just kind of cloudy, powdery gray. I don't know. You can see it. It's awesome. But this is, I have said, this is a Bradford USA, as you can see right here. And blade steel, if you guys care, this is in M right here, M390. That is a stainless steel, a super steel, if you will. Crazy high edge retention, crazy corrosion resistance, all that. You guys know what super steels give you, and they cost a lot more. The price tag goes this way when you get into them. It is what it is. It's a trade-off. On the pile side, we have the model number is all we have over here, and this is the Guardian 3. This is their smallest fixed blade. You guys have heard me probably talk about them before. The Guardian series starts at 3, and it goes up, don't quote me on this, but I believe it goes up to like a 5.5. So you have and they go in halves. So you got a 3, a 3.5, 4, 4.5, you get it. All the way up, and that means your blade is extending. So you go all the way from this little diminutive little guy right here, the 3, all the way up to a pretty well, bushcraft, chopper, show enough biggin in like a Bradford, a Guardian 5.5. So this is their little guy, their pocket dropper. Like I say, this is all that you got that would be in your pocket. And like I say, all this right to here, you can see where it would clip on your jeans. So you just have the handle sticking up there out of your pocket to grab a hold of and deploy. But check this thing out. We have a nice, is this a saber or a hollow? I believe that's more saber. If that is a hollow, it's it's not an aggressive hollow, but it is a high saber grind, and this comes down relatively thin. I could be wrong. I believe it just kind of straight tapers down when I look at it this way. I believe I'm telling you right that this is a high saber grind, but even with that, seriously, this is very thin. I'm not going to be able to show you that, but it is nice and thin behind the edge. It's going to be a good slicer with this blade. Of course, you've got a piercing point here, so for all your poking into those boxes, and then tearing them, cutting them open. If you're a ninja like 865, I don't have those ninja moves like he does, but all kidding aside, I don't have the skills, but if someone did, that would probably be pretty good for personal defense. You know what I'm saying? Because that thing's pretty aggressive, but has this huge choke up choil on it. So if you see here, I just get all 4 fingers on. Now if I'm back here, which I don't know how that feels really awkward. You're totally not really meant to use this knife by just gripping it back here behind this choil. This is the intended use that you would be, cutting, and with this knife would be to use this choil. And look how generous it is. I mean, my little pork sausage fingers, all kind of clearance there. So yeah, I have just enough. There's actually, I don't know if I can get it to show on camera. There's actually just a little bit of a lip back here. How could I show that? Maybe right there. Yeah, right there. See how it has this little hump and a little bit of a fin? Well, that is very nice because that little pinky finger just rests in that little valley back there. Very comfortable, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Ergonomically, it's a winner. Again, they have these little proprietary, they send you a tool if you wanted to take these, and they do have different scales. That's something I haven't talked about in the past. They send you a little tool for taking this off right here, but they have, I don't know how many, 10 or 12 at least. And I could be, that's the last time I looked at them. Hadn't bought one of these in a while. Could be 20 now. But what I'm telling you is they have options. You buy it with, you know, the one you want or what have you. And if you get tired of it, or you just want to have some options, buy you 2 or 3 more different scales, you know, for them. And yeah, you can accessorize. So love this thing. Like, again, love this finish. Hadn't talked about this. About to get off that. Check out the nice thumb jimping up here. Just in the right spot. I'm holding it like I should. And just see if where my thumb falls naturally. Right where it should. Right on there. Good traction if you're needing to, you know, put a little force behind it. You got this extra traction here. Thumb jimping up top. Just a great little knife. So that is the Bradford Guardian 3 Warncliffe. Awesome. Awesome retention. Number 2, you guys saw this one the other day. Another nice Kydex sheath. Same thing. Nice push-off ramp. Listen at this. Listen at the, goodness gracious. That deserves one more round. I'm gonna shut up and let y'all listen to this. Immaculate retention. On this particular one, you see I have went with some soft loops where I can wear this horizontal or scout carry. You run your belt right through these 2 loops. They sit on your side. I'm not huge on vertical carry because, as you can see, I'm a full figure gal and I have some of those lady humps down there, if you will, and horizontal does a lot better for me, a lot more comfortable. But so again, I have put these soft loops on them. You can get a pair of these soft loops for like $10, so not very expensive. If that's something like, oh, you know, hey, I might like that, $10. You can get fitted up. Most of your retailers, you can put in there sheath soft loops or whatever, and you can find them. They're on Amazon. I know most of the retailers, you can get them. But anyway, that is the sheath again. And on this one, we have the same thing. We have a high saber grind, but this time we have us a nice drop point, which could be again kind of drop spear. You see that? Like if I close this off right there, check that out. What do you got? You could make a case for we're a spear point right there. But if you come into the hole, you know, bring out the whole blade, you can see we have some nice belly here. They call it a drop point, so it's a drop point, but very spear-esque in my opinion. And we went a little wild on these handles. This is the green and black toxic. They call this toxic G10. So these are actually G10 scales, layered, very nice. You've heard me say it before, all G10 is not created equal. I stand by that. I know at the end of the day, it's a plastic, it's G10. Layered, it's just like micarta. There's grades of it. And if you can tell what I'm talking about, you can actually see it. See those layers? Look at that. You can almost count them, you know, from your spine of your knife, you know, go up, go down, and you can see those layers in there. That is good layered G10. Looks great, feels great. Again, I went with kind of a wild, you know, a wild pattern on this one with the green and black, but hey, this one's just fun. Put a little lanyard on here, got a little knurled bead on here. You guys see that? Nice knurling on it. Anyway, just HT-ified it, but this one has this is just their stonewash, where we had the Black Ox, the Nimbus finish before on this spear point here, or excuse me, drop point. Sorry, Bradford. On this drop point, we have a nice stonewash. And again, this is the Guardian 3, the small guy that has the big, same thing here, From right here back, it's the same as the knife before. We just have a different blade and a different steel. And on this one, we have, did I say different? Yeah, we do have a different steel. If we can get it to come through, it is very small print, maybe right there. It's CPM MagnaCut. So again, this was like a little treat. I went with some crazy looking, some wild colors on the handles, and I got the MagnaCut, you know, when it was the rave, and I guess it kind of still is the rave, the hot steel. So we kind of splurged or whatever, and I got MagnaCut on this one. But anyway, just a great knife. I don't have to tell you, drop point is probably, I know somebody will argue with me, but drop point is about as a universal of a blade as you can get. It's probably great at nothing, but good at everything. So if you wanted to get one blade, if somebody asked me, HT, what blade shape should I get? And I just want to catch all, I want it to slice pretty good. I might want to skin something, if I had to do a little chop, a drop point. You want a catch all, universal, good blade shape, get you a drop point. I stand on that. And like I say, in this case, really pointy. So this is, like I say, you're kind of getting all the attributes of a drop point and some of a spear point, because this would be pretty pokey, stabby too on this guy. But anyway, there's that one. Another Bradford USA. They're out of Washington State. The owner's named Brad Larkin. Probably where the Brad part of Bradford comes from, but they're up in Washington State. Both of these, 100% USA, Americana made. I love them. Good company, good people, great customer service too. Last but not least, we have this guy right here. We will once again talk about the sheath before we take it out. We have Kydex. We have another thumb ramp here. And once again, we are rocking the Ulti-Clip. You can see that here. Again, not going to be redundant. Drop this down in your pocket. Clip the clip, clip it back. It's there. On a belt, if you want to clip that on your belt, I drop it in the pocket, clip it on the hem of my pants, but this clip will clip on anything. A belt, a back pocket, it's a clip. You get it. Nice thumb ramp. And listen to this for retention. Amazing. All three of these, perfect. 100 out of 100 on the retention. I have to purposely, there's no way, I don't care if you're skydiving, upside down, rock climbing, this ain't coming out of this. No way, no how. Enough said. LT Wright, a very, very well-known fixed blade maker. And this is their Bush baby. This is the smaller guy, the more companion size. What do they call it? The Bush, oh Lord, not the Bushcraft, Bushman. I don't know. I should know. But this is the little guy. This is the Bush baby. I'll probably think of the name of the big brother as soon as I go to get off air. But this is the smaller size. There is pretty much this same knife in a bigger knife, more bushcraft knife. I don't think it's the Bushcraft. Bushlore. Is it the Bushlore? Maybe. You can find it. Looks just like this, but it's longer on LT Wright. This is the little guy. You talk about a comfortable handle. Kind of like a broomstick. I call it like a broomstick handle. Has one nice little finger groove right up top, and I'm talking about with look how thick this is. Look how thick that is. You just meld into this knife. I mean, it's perfect ergonomics. I really couldn't improve on that. It's very neutral. If you're a person that don't like you know, to kind of be locked in by a bunch of finger grooves. You feel that just restricts you. Not this guy. You got one where your front finger should go, and boom, it's just thick. It's nice. And for you orange fans out there, we got a little orange and black G10 on this one. Got a little orange lanyard and a little wood bead on here. But we are back to that same black. I believe they just call this a black oxide or a what do they call that? Forced. I think they just say a forced patina. This came from factory, and they did, you know, put this patina on it. I'm sure I've added a little to it in use. Check out that spine. Check out that. Even got a little fancy pants spine work on here. Some file work on the spine of this thing. Just to add a little, you know, pizzazz style to it. But anyway, and I am calling this one, as short as this is, I'm calling this one a spear point. I'm not sure what they call this blade shape. Again, you have a lot of belly. They may call this a drop point, but I see more so spear point here. Just a great, I mean, this thing comes down. This is a full flat grind on the blade. It just starts at the spine. If you don't know what a full flat grind is, if you're watching my channel, you probably do. But basically, a full flat grind is when you start up here at the spine, and this blade your blade all the way to the final cutting edge just uniformly tapers down the whole way. That's a full flat grind. That's what we got going here. And it is thin when it gets down here to the business end. So excellent slicer. You got a point on there, you know, for your puncturing task. Little pizzazz right here on top. I love the patina they got on there. What blade steel is this one? This is a carbon steel. I think, what is this one? See, it's not 1095. I believe this is 1075. 1075 carbon steel. Yeah, I'm about 90% sure this is 1075. So just a basic, you know, no frills carbon steel. Again, I forget what they said that they used to put this little patina on it, but they go ahead and patina it for you to, you know, rust prevention. So anyway, love this thing. This is another one I just like to drop in my pocket. LT Wright. That name, if you know anything, if you're a fixed blade guy, you already know LT Wright. You possibly might not have heard of Bradford, but you've heard of LT Wright. They make some of the best U.S. fixed blades, period, around. And this little guy is just another example of what they can do. Cool little booger. And that's Fixed Blade Friday, folks. So anyway, thank y'all for hanging out. Just want to give y'all a couple little options. If you get that itch like I do every once in a while, drop you one of these in there. That'll tame that itch down for a while. Anyway, thank y'all for being with me. Hopefully we'll be back with another one tomorrow. But you guys be safe out there. Get out there and enjoy your weekend. And we love you. We'll see you on the next one. I'm HT, and we are out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see.